गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोधनन्दन व्रज जन यमुनतीरावनचारि यमुनतीरावनचारि जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोधनन्दन यमुनतीरावनचारि यमुनतीरावनचारि हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय गुरुदेवा 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 नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल। यूं विष्णुपाद परमहंस स्तोत्र लिंग अभयचरण भक्त चमिश्र प्रभुपाद की जय नित्य विष्णुपाद परमहंस स्तोत्र इस भक्ति सिद्धांत चरित्र प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव जय नामा सिद्धार्थ जय प्रेम से घो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद सद्वैत गदाधर वासादि गौरभक्त जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन गिरी वृंदावन धाम को जय मायापुर नदीप धाम को जगन्नाथ धाम को जय गंगम यमुना की जय भक्ति देवी की जय तुलसी महारानी की जय समेत हरभक्त की जय all glories assembled adoration all glories to assembled adoration all glories to assembled adoration all glories Shri Shri Guru Angad Prabhupada की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 19, Text 1. Maitreya uvāca avadhārya viriñcasya avadhārya viriñcasya nirvyalīkāmṛtaṁ vacaḥ nirvyalīkāmṛtaṁ vacaḥ prahasya prema-garbheṇa tat apāṅgena so agrahīt agrahīt Maitreya uvāca avadhārya viriñcasya nirvyalīkāmṛtaṁ vacaḥ prahasya prema-garbheṇa tat apāṅgena so agrahīt Maitreya uvāca avadhārya viriñcasya nirvyalīkāmṛtaṁ vacaḥ prahasya prema-garbheṇa tat apāṅgena so agrahīt Maitreya uvāca avadhārya viriñcasya nirvyalīkāmṛtaṁ vacaḥ prahasya prema-garbheṇa tat apāṅgena so agrahīt. Word to translation. Maitreya uvāca. Maitreya said, avadhārya, after hearing viriñcasya of Lord Brahmā, nirvyalīka, free from all sinful purposes, amṛtam, nectarean, vacaḥ, words, prahasya, heartily laughing, prema-garbheṇa, laden with love, tat, those words, apāṅgena, with a glance, saha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, agrahīt, accepted. Translation, Purport, Bhagavad-gītā, Prabhupada, Jai Śrīla Prabhupada. Translation, Śrī Maitreya said, after hearing the words of Brahma, the Creator, which were free from all sinful purposes, as sweet as nectar, the Lord heartily laughed and accepted his prayer with a glance laden with love. Purport. The word nirvyalīka is very significant. The praise of the demigods or devotees of the Lord are free from all sinful purposes, but the praise of the demons are always filled with sinful purposes. The demon Hiraṇyākṣa became moon, he created disturbance because of his sinful intentions. The praise of Brahma and other demigods are not to be compared to the praise of the demons. Their purpose is to please the Supreme Lord. Therefore the Lord smiled and accepted the prayer to kill the demon. Demons who are never interested in praising the Supreme Personality of Godhead because they have no information of him, go to the demigods, and in Bhagavad-gītā this is condemned. Persons who go to the demigods and pray for advancement in sinful activities are considered to be bereft of all intelligence. Demons have lost all intelligence because they do not know what is actually their self-interest. Even if they have information of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they decline to approach him. It is not possible for them to get the desired boons from the Supreme Lord because their purposes are always sinful. It is said that the dacoits in Bengal used to worship the goddess Kali for fulfillment of their sinful desires to plunder others' property. But they never went to a Vishnu temple because they might have been unsuccessful in praying to Vishnu. Therefore, the praise of the demigods or the devotees of the Supreme Godhead are always untinged by sinful purposes. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya jnananjana salakaya chakshurumritamyena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Śrīmade Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvyalīka Shunyavadi Pashtaya Destarne Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to all the devotees. Thank you for giving the opportunity to speak on Bhagavatam. First of all, I seek the permission and blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas, so that I can speak something that pleases our Guru Parampara, and also it benefits all of us actually. So before we start the discussion on the particular sloka, in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 12th chapter, verses 7 to 11, in Purport, Srila Prabhupada glorifies constant reading of Bhagavad-gītā and Bhagavatam, which we are practicing in ISKCON, because that is something Prabhupada instituted, and we are sincerely following reading of Bhagavatam and Bhagavad-gītā daily. So Prabhupada says in the Purport, let us listen very carefully, because very simple purport, but a lot of profound statement is Prabhupada has made in this. See, he says, if you do not care about Bhagavad-gītā and Srimad Bhagavatam, we do not know what the next body will be. But if one adheres to these two books, Bhagavad-gītā and Srimad Bhagavatam, one is sure to obtain the association of Krishna in the next life. Tyakta deham punarjanmana itimati Arjuna. So Prabhupada says here that people do not care reading Bhagavad-gītā, Bhagavatam, which is generally the case throughout the world we can see. So they do not know what the next life will be, which is obvious, because they don't care about reading these two books. But if one adheres to these books, not Prabhupada doesn't say reading, he adheres to these books, means we just don't read the books, but we live by the principles of the books. That's very important. So it's important that we read these books, study these books in the association of devotees, and try to understand and apply those readings and whatever Prabhupada says, Acharya says in our life. Then he says, one is sure to obtain the association of Krishna the next life. Means we can get the association of Krishna in our next life. So Bhagavad-gītā teaches us the basic principles. And Bhagavad-gītā also tells us the highest purpose of life is to attain Krishna through practicing Bhakti Yoga. Even though there are a lot of yoga spoke about, Krishna speaks in Bhagavad-gītā, but he declares that Yoganapi sarvesham mat gatanantaratmanaha, means the highest yoga is to practice Bhakti Yoga. So that is something we are getting a clear message from Bhagavad-gītā. So how to practice that Bhakti Yoga? That is something we can learn from Bhagavatam. Bhakti Yoga has got a lot of angas, we all know that. Nectar, devotion, Rupa Goswami says there are 64 angas actually. But Bhagavatam, from the beginning till the end, it makes one point very clear, that Nama Sankirtan is highest of all the Bhakti Yoga practices. Nama Sankirtan is highest, especially in Kali Yuga, where we are constantly disturbed, we are quarrelsome, we have got problems, so many things actually we have. So Bhagavatam says, Kaler dosi nidirajan astiyeka mahan gunaga kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajayet. So even though there are a lot of Bhakti Yoga angas are there, devotional activities are there, but if we practice this one anga, kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajayet. So Mahaprabhu gave us that chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So if we can do this, so it says, Mukta Sangha Param Vrajit. So we are sort of associated with material modes of nature here. That's why we are repeatedly getting body. But Prabhupada says, one issue to obtain association of Krishna. Mukta Sangha Param Vrajit. So instead of associating the three modes of nature, we get these repeated material bodies. We read Bhagavatam, adhere to the principles of chanting Krishna's name, Krishna Kirtan. Then, Mukta Sangha Param Vrajit, we can go to Krishna and get his association. So with that small introduction, let's get into today's verse. So in today's verse, we can see there are two important facts which is established actually. We can understand. So one is, Lord is a person. Supreme Lord is a person. And he also got emotions actually. Like a couple of weeks before, Jayapataka Maharaj, when he gave class on this previous chapter, he made a point that when Hiraṇyākṣa was sort of scolding or blaspheming Lord Varahadev, he was feeling displeasure actually. He was feeling displeasure. So here you can see Lord is pleased with the prayers of Brahma actually. Means Lord is pleased and displeased also. Not that he is a stone actually. He is pleased when somebody offers nice prayers. He is pleased somebody is going against him actually. So we can see Lord is a person. It has got emotions actually. Also, Lord is very personal. And he reciprocates to the services whatever little we may do. Krishna says in Bhagavad-gītā, ye tam prapade tam tase bhajamam. So whatever little bit we may do, Krishna never forgets that and he reciprocates actually. So here you can see how when Brahma offered the praise, Lord reciprocates with glance, laden with love, and also he is laughing heartily. So he is so pleased with the praise of Lord Brahmā. So why he is so pleased actually? That is also told actually. Why he is so pleased with the praise of Brahmā? Brahmā offered the praise to the Supreme Lord that are free from sinful purpose actually. Nirvyalīkāmṛtaṁ, yeah, amṛtam vacaḥ. So means there is no sinful purpose in the praise of Lord Brahmā actually. So what is sinful purpose? Which Prabhupada explains in the Purport actually. Yeah, sinful purpose comes because of our unwanted material desires actually, which demons have. Yeah, means they are self-centered, selfish motives they have. So when that is the motive, yeah, that is a purpose, then we do sinful activities. Actually, it said the root cause of sinful activities is avidya kama karmabhi. Yeah, Kunti Maharani said avidya kama karmabhi. So why do we sinful acts? Because of avidya. So because avidya we carry sinful desires, and because of we do lot of sinful activities. So we need to get rid of this avidya, ignorance. That's why we have got this knowledge of scriptures coming. Yeah, without scriptures reading, we will never be able to overcome the avidya actually. So we can see how we have got praise here from Brahma. In Bhagavatam, we all know there are so many wonderful praise, yeah, made by wonderful devotees actually, starting from Kunti Maharani, Gajendra prayer, Brahma praise. So like that we can see Prithu Maharaj praise. So we can see Bhagavatam filled with praise actually. So that means we should also offer nice praise to Supreme Lord. Because one of the Anga Bhakti, Vandanam. Yeah, that is very important. We have to offer nice praise to the Supreme Lord. We may feel I am unqualified or I am not to make nice praise. Yeah, I don't know how to make praise. So that's doubt. Prahlad Maharaj is removing that. He says, when Narasimha appeared, and when you are asked to go in front of Narasimha Dev, asked to satisfy Narasimha Dev, so Prahlad was telling, he is so unqualified because he is coming from a Devanic family. You are unqualified to come in front of the Lord. But still he is offering a prayer where he advises in Bhagavatam 7:9-12. He says, Sarvatmana mahigrani yata manisham. Very important point. Prahlad Maharaj makes. Sarvatmana. Prabhupada says the Sarva Atmana means, Atma means sometimes soul, Atma means mind, Atma means body. All three things are there. So one should offer the praise with our body, mind and words. How do you offer? Sarvat mahigrani. Mahigrani means glories of the Supreme Lord. How can you offer? Yata manisham. As far as intelligence goes actually. Yeah? As far as intelligence goes, we should offer. How one should offer prayers? Then he says, Puyate yena hi puman anuvarnitena. Yeah, when we offer prayers, how do you do it? By following the prayers acharyas. Anuvarnitena. Like that's why you got praise in the Bhagavatam. Even if you don't know, then at least you can repeat Kunti Maharani praise, we can repeat Gajendra praise, we can repeat Brahma praise, following the prayers acharyas, pure devotees. So he says we can do anuvarnitena. So when we do praise to the Supreme Lord, what happens to us? Puyate means we become purified. When you glorify the Supreme Lord, we become purified actually. So puyate yenahi puman anuvarnitena. So Prabhupada clarifies in one of the lectures. See, we all have intelligence. We all have intelligence, but our intelligence are varied actually. It's a different intelligence we have. We don't have any same type of intelligence. Somebody is very intellectual, somebody not so intellectual. But still, here Prahlad Maharaj makes, we should offer praise with our body, mind, words. As far as intelligence goes, we should try to offer our service to the Supreme Lord. What the Lord sees is our intention, our eagerness, our intensity of this devotion actually. Yeah? But we all should come together and offer varieties of service to Krishna so that Krishna is pleased. So there may be varieties of services based on our intelligence. But what is important is whether we are keeping Krishna as center. Like now we are celebrating this Jhulan Yatra. Jhulan Yatra, we have got so many services people are doing. So many devotees are doing so many services. Somebody is arranging the program, somebody is making the flowers, garlands, somebody making prasadam, so many services we have here. So based on our intellectual level, somebody can offer the service with their body, somebody can do with their mind, somebody can do with words actually, by kirtan. So like that, but the central point is Krishna. Central point is Krishna. So all can do service with our intelligence, whatever Krishna has given, but the point is, are we keeping Krishna the center? That is important. So then what happens? By glorifying the Supreme Lord, our existence became purified actually. Otherwise, we try to tend to glorify ourselves. Yeah, somebody tells good about us, we become very pleased actually. Prabhu bahut acha hai, bahut badhiya, bahut badhiya kaam kiya, something like that. So you want people to say that actually. Yeah, even after, so like that, I give a lecture, somebody should say, Prabhu bahut acha lecture diya. Even though we are repeating just the words of Prabhupada, there is nothing from our side, but we expect that. That is our nature. Everyone of us expects some sort of a glorification. We want that. Whether knowingly or unknowingly, we carry that impression actually. But when we glorify the Supreme Lord, actual who is to be glorified? Supreme Lord and his pure devotees. The more and more we glorify Supreme Lord, the more and more we glorify pure deities, then the tendency that our expectation, somebody should glorify, even it is small actually, that will slowly will be washed up actually. So that's why Prahlad Maharaj says, irrespective of whoever we are, from small child up to whatever age, they should try to offer praise to Supreme Lord. Kunti Maharani says, in our prayers, he says, Shunvanti gayanti garanti abhikstanasaha smaranti nandanti tahitam janaha ta e pashyanti achirana tavakam bhava praha uparamam padambujam. She makes such a wonderful prayers. She says, oh Krishna, those who continuously hear, chant and repeat your transcendental activities or take pleasure in others doing so, grananti. So certainly see your lotus feet, which alone can stop the repetition of birth and death. So this one of prayer we can pray to the Supreme Lord. This one prayer we can take and daily pray to the Supreme Lord. Very simple. Yeah. How we can offer praise to the Supreme Lord. So like that we can choose from Bhagavatam and offer wonderful praise to the Supreme Lord actually. Here we can see Brahma is seeing the Lord face to face. Yeah. Lord Varavade is there and Brahma is offering praise. Means he is seeing the Lord face to face. And this we are calling technically a darshan. We don't say we are seeing the Lord, we say take darshan of the Lord. Yeah. And it is said in this sloka, the Lord is laughing. Yeah. Prahasya. And glancing at Brahma with love. Yeah. Because Lord is pleased by Brahma's prayers because he is praying for lokahitam. He didn't pray for himself actually. Please protect me. Not like that. Please protect the position. He didn't pray for that. He is praying for lokahitam. Earth is fallen and Lord Varade is asked to lift the earth actually. So they are praying for lokahitam. That is very important. Our prayer should not be for selfish purposes actually. Our praise should be for as a whole. Like we pray for the well-being of all the devotees, well-being of all the people actually, like that. So it becomes then lokahitam. And then when you take darshan of Supreme Lord or meditate the Supreme Lord, there are couple of prayers which is there in Bhagavatam. I just want to quote so that it becomes our daily habit. It says in Rudra-gītā, we know Rudra-gītā is there in 4th canto, where Lord Shiva prays to the Supreme Lord. There he says, if at all you want to get purified, our existence, we are contaminated by material existence, contaminated by our 3 modes of nature. So Atma is pure. Yeah, Atma is pure because part and parcel of Krishna. But it is now contaminated. It says then, etat rupam anudhyayam atma siddhim abhipsitam. Abhipsitam means if you desire. If at all you desire to purify our existence, atma shuddhim. Yeah, Atma, we are Atma. So Lord Shiva says here, if at all you want to purify our existence, atma abhipsitam, what we should do? Etat rupam anudhyayam. We should meditate on the Supreme Lord's form, etat rupam anudhyayam, constantly. So we are coming daily for Mangalarti, taking darshan of Supreme Lord. So like that, when we do that constantly, and then meditate on the form of Supreme Lord. Throughout the work, we may have some other activities, but still we should somehow try to bring that form on our meditation. If you are constantly able to do that, anudhyayam, then Atma siddhim apipsitam, we get purified actually. Atma will become purified from the 3 modes of mental nature. And similarly, there is another incident in Bhagavatam where it says, you know, how Narada Muni got the darshan of Supreme. He got momentary darshan of the Supreme Lord. In first canto we can see. He just got a moment actually. Then Lord disappeared. Then he says to Vyasadev, Rupam Bhagavato Yettan Manakantam Suchapaham. Rupam, the form which I saw momentarily, Rupam Bhagavato Yettan. What happened to him actually? Once he saw the Supreme Lord's form, so far he was just sort of doing various activities of devotional service, but when he got the form in his heart and it was momentary, he says, Rupam Bhagavato Yattan Manakkantam Suchahapam. So he says two things happened to him. One, he says, Manakkantam, his mind became completely peaceful actually. Manakkantam, completely peaceful, fixed. And then second thing, Sucha Apaham, no more mental agitation, anxieties actually. See, that's the beauty of seeing the form of the Lord. We are all having so many anxieties. Yeah, mind is distracted. So many problems here. Because mind is the root cause of all our problems actually. But Narada Muni says here that when he got darshan, the form of the Supreme Lord, his mind became very peaceful actually. And also he says, Sucha Apaham, no more fear, no more anxieties. Yeah, everything gone. Why he's got it? How he could get this status of mind being fixed? Because he could understand there is no more fear. Whatever fear he had, whatever fear we have, that will go off when we take darshan of Supreme Lord actually. And no doubt, because we know now Lord is there, he will take care of us. Okay? So devotee means we completely depend on Supreme Lord. Even though we do many activities, but ultimately we all depend on Supreme Lord. Correct, no? So that's why when you take darshan of Supreme Lord, there is no more fear and no more doubt, because God will take care of me. How the child is having no fear actually. Mother will take care. He is completely sure, I am here, but actually my mother will take care. Similarly, when you take darshan of Supreme Lord, we are completely having no fear and no doubt. We know how Prabhupada, when she was asked, see, you are distributing this chanting throughout the world actually. Sorry, Mataji. Slowly? Okay, sorry. So, when Prabhupada asked, how do you feel when you chant Hare Krishna mantra actually? Yeah? So, Prabhupada replied, I feel no fear. Yeah? So, that is the benefit of chanting Hare Krishna mantra. I feel no fear. Yeah? So, once we take regular darshan of Supreme Lord, we can be free from mental problems, mental agitations. So, this is the problem we all have as sadhaka bhaktas doing sadhana bhakti. We are asked to chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We all have the challenge of keeping the mind fixed while chanting Krishna's name or trying to hear Krishna's name. Yeah, that's a challenge actually. So, it's recommended that we chant sitting in front of Supreme Lord. Then to a certain extent, the mind agitation can be controlled actually. Instead of seeing something else, yeah, we see mobile, sometimes most of us see the mobile, which is very dangerous, it's not good. But we go either walking or we see many other forms. But that keeps on sort of agitating the mind. Instead of that, if we are able to sit down and see either Tulsi Maharani or Acharyas or our spiritual master or the Supreme Form or the Supreme Personality of Godhead form, then this mental agitation can be controlled actually. Yeah. So fortunately we have got this deities form given by Acharyas. Yeah. So when you have deities, even though we know in Kaliga chanting Hare Krishna mantra is the yuga dharma, but still we cannot only keep on chanting. Ultimately we need to establish relationship with the Supreme Lord. Yeah. Sambandha Gyan. But how do you build that relationship? When you have the Supreme Lord as deity, then we can make the connection easily actually. Because here is a form of Supreme Lord. We can dress the Supreme nicely, offer garlands, offer bhoga. Everyone in the family can do some service. So like that, we can create a bondage between us and the Supreme Lord while we are living in this material world. So that's why deity is very important. And that's why Prabhupada, Acharya, everyone has given temples, deities, so that we can build the relationship with the Supreme Lord actually. But as we progress further in our devotional service, we can sort of have that relationship in a very nice manner, and also we can start talking with the Supreme Lord actually, in the deity form. When you go to that level, we can start talking with the Supreme Lord. There's one incident explained by Sachinanda Maharaj, as many of you may know. Sachinanda Maharaj, he was initially working, he was in London, and Landanishwara temple. He was a young brahmachari. He was given the service of washing the plates, deity plates. But he had some personal problems. His life was in turmoil. So his ex-lover was calling him back, and his parents were asking him to come back, and his grandfather was in dying state. So there are a lot of pressure, anxiety in his mind. So with that anxiety and the problem, he was doing the service. And Prabhupada visited the temple, and then he took the darshan of Radha Landanishwara. Then after taking the darshan of Radha Landanishwara, he told his temple president a message and told to convey that message to whoever is washing the plate. So what they told, when the temple president went and told Sachinanda Maharaj that he was a brahmachari, that Krishna complained to Prabhupada that they are not washing the plates properly. They are offering as it is, means they don't wash the plate, there are still some things left here and there left, and they make the new offering. So please see that it is taken care nicely. So then that temple president went and told Sachinandan Maharaj that please do it properly because you are being watched. Krishna is watching you. So then Maharaj got that realization that here is Prabhupada who has got direct connection with the Supreme Lord. Directly connection with the Supreme Lord actually. Like that there are many incidents we can see in our parampara, like Sakshi Gopal, and then Sanatana Goswami, we know this story, how he was talking to Madan Mohan. It's like that many incidents are there. I want to relate one beautiful this conversation between the devotee and the Supreme Lord is there in Śrī Parampara actually. In Śrī Parampara, there is a very wonderful temple. Some of the South Indians, if they may know, there is a temple in Kanchipuram. From Chennai it is 50 kilometers, maybe 1 hour drive, Kanchipuram. The Lord is presiding deity is Varadaraja Perumal. Varadaraja Perumal means king who is giving benedictions. He is the king. Lord is giving benedictions, but he is the king of the benedictions, giver of the benedictions. So it's called Varadaraja Perumal. So there was one devotee, his name is Tirukkachi Nambigal. He was living slightly far away from Kanchipuram, and his service was to fan the Supreme Lord, Chamara. And the beauty is, he will go and talk to Supreme Lord. He will go and talk to Varadaraja Perumal daily. Daily conversation happened. He had service 2 times. He will go in the mid-afternoon and late evening. So while doing Chamara, Lord will ask him something, he will reply. Lord will ask him how things are going on in Kanchipuram, or how things are happening in the temple administration. What is, like they also discuss philosophy, like that they had conversation. And many devotees used to ask, they had doubts, they will ask Tirukkachi Nambigal, can you clarify this with Lord Varadaraja Perumal? So he will go and ask Lord Varadaraja Perumal, and Lord will reply, then he will go and convey that to. So like that they had a big bondage, a good bondage. Then one day, Tirukkachi Nambigal asked to Lord, what about my moksha? So when will attain moksha, liberation? Lord said, there is no chance for you actually. Then he was sort of surprised. Why? Because I am having such a relationship with you. Yeah, I am daily talking to you. He said, that is not sufficient. Because you are doing some service. In Tamil it's called viriñcasya. Visiri means chamara. You fanned and I spoke. So what do you need? So what I should do? He said, you take shelter of a acharya. Unless you take shelter of acharya, spiritual master, you cannot come back to me. Then Tirukkachi Nambigal goes to, there was another spiritual master, another wonderful acharya in the line of Śrī Parampara. His name is Tirukostir Nambigal. So he goes and surrender unto the lotus feet of Tirukostir Nambigal. And then he doesn't identify, he didn't reveal his original identity. He goes as a covered person. And then he does some service, taking care of his spiritual master's cows. He does a lot of wonderful service, and he satisfies spiritual master. Then he comes back, and Lord is unpleased. Then he says, now we can get moksha. So the point is, we should always, not that we can, because I am having opportunity to do service directly to Supreme Lord, so I can do a lot of things on my own. No, not like that. Anuvarnitena. You should always follow the Acharya's directions. Born of a spiritual master. Prabhupada says, When you do bhakti, that bhakti should be in accordance with bona fide spiritual direction actually. We are still having material body, we are still conditioned. So we need the direction of spiritual master so that we can do all our activities perfectly actually. So here we can see Lord Varahadev and is glancing and smiling by hearing the praise from Brahmaji actually. There is a similar glancing and smiling referred in Bhagavatam 10th canto in 13th chapter. This is in reference to 13th chapter is nothing but Brahma stealing the cows and cowherd boys. We know the story. And Brahma then he came back after a moment. He saw the same set of cows and cowherd boys were there. He was completely bewildered, confused. He did not know what to do. Then in front of his eyes, all the farms, all the cows and cowherd boys turned into Vishnu forms. Yeah? And they were being worshipped by devotees with chanting and dancing. So by looking at those devotees, it says in 1350, the Vishnu forms being worshipped by devotees, the Lord glanced and smiled at them. It says here, the Lord glanced and smiled at them. Those Vishnu forms, by their pure smiling, which resemble the increasing light of the moon, and by the sidelong glances of the reddish eyes, created and protected the desires of their own devotees, as if by the modes of passion and goodness. Here it says, the glance and the smile is actually creating and protecting the desires of the devotees. Very important point. When you go in front of the Supreme Lord, yes, we are taking darshan, but there is a meaning to that. If a devotion is simple, pure-hearted, then the Lord can create desires in our heart. Not only create the desire, He also can protect the desires and maintain the desire and see that it is fulfilled. Yeah? So it says here, as if by the modes of passion and goodness. Creation means, when you say creation, is connected to Rajogun. Whenever we create like Brahma, he is creating this material. He is a secondary creator. So it is connected to mode of passion. Even though it says as if, it's not said it is by mode of passion, it is as if by mode of passion. Prabhupada says in the purport, it is not by passion, it is by affection. So by affection of Supreme Lord toward the devotee, He creates the desire. First the desire is created. When the desire created, then by the mode of goodness, He protects the desire actually. So Prabhupada tells in the purport, he is referring to Sanatana Goswami, he says, Sanatana Goswami comments that because the desires of the devotees whose attention is fixed on Krishna have already been fulfilled, the Lord's sidelong glances create variegated desires in relation to Krishna and devotional service. So this creation and protection of the desires is in relation to the devotional service. Nothing to do with our material desires. Yeah? We can see in relation to Srila Prabhupada how these desires are created and protected. So when Prabhupada met his spiritual master, that was in 1922, Ulta Danga, we know. So at that moment, because Prabhupada is a pure devotee, the Lord created the desire to spread the Krishna conscious movement in the Western world, in accordance with the desire of his spiritual master actually. Yeah. So because Krishna had an affection for Prabhupada to do something very wonderful, so the seed was given in 1922. He created the desire. But Prabhupada started movement in 1966. Registered. He went to US in 1965, but still he registered International Society for Krishna Consciousness in 1966. So 44 years it took. So who protected the desire actually? Prabhupada always had the desire. He was doing many things actually to come and preach in Western world. Many things we know. If you read Lilamrita, we know. So that 44 years, Krishna protected that desire actually. That desire never went from Prabhupada. It was always burning. Yeah, you can see when you read Srila Prabhupada says, I always had that conviction. So that comes from where actually? It comes from Supreme Lord. So it's not that he just creates the desire actually. He also protects the desire and he maintains the desire. So in 1966, we know how Prabhupada started the movement actually. And similarly, Prabhupada says in Nirvyalīkāmṛtaṁ that he was almost frustrated with Indians because all his attempts were unsuccessful and there was no support from government or from their own god brothers. Prabhupada tried to do many things. He started the Jhansi League, so many things he started actually. But nothing was successful. He could not preach. So then he decided to go to West and then his movement became very successful. Anyway, that was his order of his spiritual master also, to go to West and preach in English. So Prabhupada was very convinced that he will stay in America and Western world actually. And he did not want to go back to India. Then Prabhupada says, in 1970, when he went in front of Dwarakadish of Los Angeles, then another seed was created. What is seed? You go back to India. So Prabhupada said, I did not want to go back to India, but when I came in front of Dwarakadish, Lord Dwarakadish, then Krishna ordered him, please go back to India. And they will give all comfort, all arrangement, so that he can have a nice movement in India also. Then Prabhupada came and we know how he started the 3 major projects in India simultaneously. Mayapur, Bombay and Vrindavan. And it was all challenge actually. Bombay is a real struggle. There are challenges in other temples also. So Krishna created the desire in the heart of Prabhupada so that he can come back and start the movement also in India. And he protects the desire and he fulfills the desire. So Lord glance is very important for all of us. Not that we just go and take darshan. Yes, we are taking darshan, we are making some prayers. But more important, that glance should create some desires in our heart. There are many wonderful preachers we can see in our movement. Yeah, able to do wonderful preaching. Wonderful projects are there. So like that, when we are sincere in our desires or when we are sincere in our devotion, then Krishna can plant the seed in our heart actually. And see that it is done. We can become only instrument. We are not the sole authority or something. Krishna will use us as an instrument, provided we don't take the credit. The credit goes to Acharyas and Supreme Lord, because Krishna only created the desire. But if our devotion is impure or not so devoted, not so with purpose, then no such desire will be created. We will remain as just a normal devotee. But we want to do something wonderful for the movement of Prabhupada, wonderful for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu movement. Then if our devotion is sincere, then not only Krishna creates the desire, he also sees that it is maintained, protected and fulfilled. So that's very important. And Lord glance we can see here, it's very, very powerful. Lord, we can see, even though here you can see it's just he's looking at Lord Brahmā, but Lord glance also is very important in the sense that we can see in Aitara Upanishad it says, Sa Aikshata, means the whole material creation begins by the glance Supreme Lord. The Lord glances over Mahatattva, yeah, then the creation starts. In chapter 14 Bhagavad-gītā, Krishna says, Mama yonit Mahad Brahmā tasmin garbham dadami aham. I impregnate Mahatattva. Mahatattva is Prakriti. So the glance of Mahavishnu, yeah, that impregnates the material creation. So without Lord glance, there is no creation. That's why he said mode of passion. Yeah, creation. So it's compared, Lord glance is as if by mode of passion. Yeah. Tasmin garbham dadami aham. Yeah, I impregnate through my glance. So without glance, Supreme Lord, there is no creation also. Yeah. And then we can see Lord glance how it reduced the life of the soldiers on the opponent side of Mahabharata war actually. Yeah, it says in 1935, Lord Krishna entered the arena of battlefield of Kurukshetra between the soldiers of Arjuna and Duryodhana. There he shortened the lifespans of the opposite party by his merciful glance. Merciful glance. Why is merciful? Not one day they're being killed actually, but here it says merciful glance. By his merciful glance, he shortened the life. Why? Because they all attain Swarupa Mukti. Yeah, this was done simply looking at the enemy. So one side you can see Lord glances, and everyone is killed actually. But Lord glances, everyone is sort of given life, which happened for the coward boys. 10:15, 49:50, where the boys went and drank that poison water Yamuna after Kaliya entered into it. So how they were revived? It says in 10:15, 49:50, as soon as they touched the poison water, all the cows and boys lost their consciousness by the divine fire of the Lord and fell lifeless at the water's edge. Lord Krishna, the master of all masters of mystic potency, felt compassion for these devotees who had no Lord other than him. Thus, he immediately brought them back to life by showering his nectarean glance upon them. There it says merciful glance. Here it says nectarean glance actually, because they were revived, amṛtam. So they were revived, their life was revived actually. So like that, Lord glance is not just glancing, it can create desires, it can make creation of the material world, it can sort of make the life short, or it can revive your life actually, just by glance. So I'll sort of stop here, another 5-10 minutes are there. So basically we should try to pray, we should pray to the Supreme Lord that somehow the merciful glance falls upon all of us, so that we can eagerly and constantly engage in his loving devotional service. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So please forgive me for any mistakes, offenses. Any comments, any questions, welcome. As far as I know, I will try to answer.
Hare Krishna, Puji. Thank you for the class, Puji. In the class you mentioned that how this ignorance is the root of all the sinful activities. So because of ignorance, a person becomes sinful, and then, but then also in 9th canto we hear this Balvan Indriya Gramo Vidvans Shapi Karsati. This, even the learned person, they get bewildered. So if a sinful person, ignorant person becomes sinful, it is understood. But then how do we understand this one, that even learned person, they become bewildered and then they commit mistakes? So how do we understand this part?
See, learned person can get bewildered. We can see how even Lord Balaram got bewildered actually. Lord Balaram also got bewildered. Means Krishna's Maya potency can act to anybody. No one is exception. Either Yoga Maya or Mahamaya. In case of Krishna associates or his expansions, up to Lord Balaram, we can see even in this Brahma Vimoha Leela. And Balaram did not know actually that they are expansions of Krishna. So this bewilderment, sometimes for the pastimes, sometimes for the purification of the learned person. He may be having a lot of pride, like we can take Brahma or Indra, we can read. They are sort of demigods, having a lot of power, very learned, but still they are bewildered because pride goes in them. Then Lord wants to rectify that. So bewilderment, something is a prerogative of Krishna. He can bewilder anybody actually, except him. He also undergoes sometimes bewilderment, but that is fully under control. But Ekaleswara Krishna, so he is the only controller, all others are his servants. And he makes us to dance, and we dance.
Thank you, Guru.
Hare Krishna. You gave this example of the devotee from South India who was asking for moksha. It's interesting, though he was speaking with the Lord, he was asking for liberation, because devotees usually they don't focus on liberation when, when they approach the Lord, because all they want is bhakti. It's interesting, he was asking for moksha and not for bhakti.
If I understand correctly, Śrī Parampara, that's their goal actually, attaining moksha. In Śrī Parampara, even here in Gaudiya Parampara, we ask for devotional service, but for them, ultimate purpose of surrender is to attain moksha, liberation.
I see.
That is Śrī Parampara's
Another nice point you made is regarding the spiritual master protecting the disciples. Spiritual master protects the disciples by keeping them in the mode of goodness. So, as an institution, if we set up Daiva Varnashrama, which we have ignored over the last so many years since Prabhupada left, it would be easy for the spiritual masters in our society to keep their disciples in the mode of goodness. It would help a lot. And they are automatically protected because they come to the mode of goodness by following the Varnashrama. So this is something.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Prabhu has 9 o'clock current goes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, you mentioned this very nice point that we should offer prayers following in the footsteps of acharyas. So, Prabhu, can you give some sample of prayers, like how we can offer these following in the examples of acharyas? Should we repeat it?
Yeah.
We should repeat it.
Repeat means not just like parrot. That also helps in a way. But I referred on, I like that prayer, right? Shrunvanti granti gayanta bhikshanasaha smaranti nanti tahitam janaha. So that Kunti Maharani prayer. So see, something will attractive that you can repeat. So to me, like Kunti Maharani is something I sort of relate. She says, Toimi ananni visaya mathir madhya sakr ratim udhadadda gange udanvati. So let all my attention be focused only on tea. How Ganges flows, working all the obstacles and reaches the ocean. Ganges may have a lot of obstacles, but still finally it goes to the ocean. Similarly, when I try to focus on you, there may be so many obstacles, hurdles actually. I cannot able to, but she prays, please help me so that I can, all my attention comes to you. So like that we can pray. So when you read the prayer and read the purport of Prabhupada, then it makes a lot of sense. So we have a lot of praise. We have praise, and as I said, which you feel, which is you are able to connect to the Supreme Lord. So to me personally, I have a lot of attraction for Kunti Maharani praise. So it takes time because you have to understand and then what is your feeling, and because every prayer has got some substance and message actually. Kunti Maharani prays, it is dependence on Krishna is the message she is trying to convey actually. Dependence on Krishna. She says, if you see the prayer, she says, I am completely dependent on you, Krishna. I don't have anybody other than you. That's the message she makes in the prayer actually. So that's a central message comes from Kunti prayers. If you take Gajendra prayer, helplessness. Gajendra completely helpless. He wants to be saved from the danger. Completely helpless. So like that, there is a central, even though there are a lot of other things, but there is some central message will come from that prayers actually. So it's something I like because it says dependence on Krishna, so which is our ultimate goal actually. So I like that Kunti Maharani praise.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Nice class. So during COVID.
Sir, COVID time, sorry, yes, sir.
So we see so many devotees died. We see our beloved Pujari Pankajangini Prabhu and our spiritual master Bhakti Swami Guru Maharaj. So not only any single devotee, the whole devotee from whole world, they prayed, they do jagga, but we watch that no reciprocate from Lord's side. So devotee pacified, but the outsider, for non-devotee, they think, what is the God's mercy? What is the Lord's mercy? Understand my point?
Yeah, understood, Prabhu. Understood. So see, like the same point, See, Lord's plan we can understand. What is a Lord's plan? We will never able to understand actually. Bhishma Dev makes that statement in first canto. Why Pandavas had to suffer so much? It's like that we cannot understand why, even despite all our heartfelt prayers, we want some devotees to stay and see that movement grows further, but still Lord takes away their life. Bhaktijar Maharaj, Pangajangiri Prabhu, there are a lot of devotees. We will never understand Krishna's plan. If you understand Krishna's plan, then we become Lord actually. So something we will not be able to come, because that's what Bhishma Dev says, one of the Mahajan. We will never be able to understand Krishna's plan. Sometimes for higher purpose, which we cannot see, because we are seeing only this earthly planet, maybe this material universe. Beyond us, we have got so many other material universes, there is spiritual world. So like that, our vision is very, very short, very limited. But Krishna is seeing the complete. So we just accept as Krishna's plan and move forward.
Sometimes we see miracle. Sometimes we see miracle happened. And miracles.
Yeah.
Miracle. So Pankajangiri Prabhu also expect, if some miracle happen, then I can recover her. But no miracles.
So we have to depend on Krishna, because miracle happens or not, we don't know. So sometimes miracle can happen, but that is not the motive actually. Motive is to serve Krishna with unmotivated intentions. Ahituke apratihata.
And pure devotee very rare in this world, pure devotee. So that's why we accept.
Correct. Yeah.
We accept pure devotee come back. Great loss.
Good. Yeah, it's good, but as I said, we will not understand Krishna's plan actually. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.